Hey everyone, my name is Cole, and welcome back to Cole Protocol Films. Lately, I have been watching a lot of movies in the theater, as I do. I actually watch more movies in the theater than the average moviegoer. Last year, for example, I believe I saw over almost 40 different movies in theaters alone. So that means I see a lot of good movies, but I actually mostly see the bad ones. And lately, I have been releasing a lot of videos on my channel of movies that I'm not necessarily fond of, and I feel bad because I don't want to be a channel that releases mostly negative reviews. And the movie I will be reviewing today is not one I expected to like. Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid. If you watch my companion review, I kind of expressed that I was getting fatigued from seeing him in every form of media, from The Boys, from Companion to this, all around the same time they were releasing, and I was seeing the same trailers over and over and over again. And I don't have an issue with Jack Quaid. I maybe have an issue with his agent, who has been working his or her ass off to get him all these roles. But Novocaine is a movie that I was not particularly excited about because of the trailers. I thought it looked kind of like Crank meets Boy Kills World meets Deadpool. You know, those are all kind of the same archetype of movies, just kind of a John Wick or Nobody archetype film. And I was kind of dreading it because the trailers looked very corny and cheesy and campy in a bad way. And wow, let me just say, I actually really love this movie. I had an excellent time with it. Jack Quaid delivered a very charming and charismatic performance, as he typically always does. But I think what really hit me harder is that this movie was kind of marketed poorly in my eyes. I think it was really depicted this kind of like Deadpool, John Wick kind of movie, and it actually has a lot more heart and soul than I expected. It's actually a very intelligent film with all the stunts they did. All the makeup was excellent. I was really impressed. The runtime was very excellent. There was a lot of great stunts, and something I was worried about was the trailers, which I have seen the trailer in the theater maybe 24 times, so I thought I was going to be watching the entire movie. I thought nothing was going to really shock me, but surprisingly, a lot of the context of the moments you see in the trailer hit very differently in the theater. So if you felt like you were getting fatigued from watching this movie over and over again, it won't feel like that, at least in my opinion. I watch a lot of movies, so a lot of the bad ones I watch, I kind of know what to watch out for, and I don't believe that this is a bad movie at all. If you don't know, Novocaine is an action comedy film that explores the kind of unconventional journey of our main character, Nathan Kane, portrayed by Jack Quaid. He eventually falls in love with this girl who is working at his bank, and there is eventually a bank robbery. This girl is taken hostage during the bank robbery, and he is then determined to rescue her. He embarks on this insane journey of quacky and quirky moments, leveraging his ability to feel no pain as an unexpected advantage. Jack Quaid himself delivers a commendable performance, capturing Nathan's transformation from a timid individual to an unlikely hero. My buddy and I were watching it, and we kept saying, "Oh, he's literally me." You know, we felt like Ryan Gosling looking up at joy in the rain. It was very funny, and it was nice that the movie actually kind of represented gaming culture in a weird way, with how kind of bros talk to each other. It was very funny because it didn't feel like it was a irrelevant or out of touch script. It felt very reliable, and it knew its audience, and I really appreciate that because it made me feel a bit seen. And this film's direction by two directors, actually. Dan Burke and Robert Olson, offers a blend of intense action sequences and dark humor. However, this tonal mix sometimes does feel inconsistent, especially in the third act, which I felt like became a little more tropey. Not as exciting as the first two acts, which had two of the best action sequences. I felt like the third act did admittedly fall flat, and this shift can kind of disrupt the immersion of the film. The action scenes are choreographed pretty well, but some of the plot does feel stretched a bit thin. You kind of have to have that suspension of disbelief, which if you're going into this movie, you really should already. The pacing does feel a bit uneven at times in that third act, as I mentioned, with certain segments feeling prolonged, potentially impacting the overall engagement. Personally, I think Novocaine offers a very intriguing concept, bolstered by strong performances, particularly from Jack Quaid, and the son of Jack Nicholson, which if you guys have not seen Smile 2, Jack Nicholson's son, Ray Nicholson, actually delivers an incredible performance with his minimal runtime in that movie. And I was extremely excited because I completely forgot he was in Novocaine. I would have probably saw it just because of him. And I felt like this movie did pull him back a bit, and I felt like it was very unfortunate because this could have been a very amazing performance from him. There's a lot of moments where you would hear his laugh. You would feel like he was about to go over that edge, have that devilish smile that his father had, and just have this crazy actor bait moment where he just loses it. And I was all about that because I believe that, at least for me growing up, I didn't get to see Jack Nicholson on screen. That was something that I just was too late to the party for. And Ray Nicholson, looking so much and resembling so much of his father, I've been very intrigued by what he could do. Of course, like, there's a lot of commentary on nepotism in Hollywood, but he seems like, especially from Smile 2, that he has it. So I was kind of disappointed that this movie really held him back. There are moments where he would be laughing and the camera would be on Jack Quaid. I'm like, give me a few seconds to see him just go fucking crazy. And unfortunately, the movie does not deliver on that. So if you're hoping to see a crazy performance from Ray Nicholson like he had in Smile 2, incredible performance, by the way, you will be disappointed by that. Despite some of the uneven tone, the pacing issues, the overall experience for me was an easy 3.5 out of 5. I thought this was an above average movie. I had a great time with it. There's a lot more heart than I expected. The marketing did not do it justice. And of course, another character I wanted to mention, the CEO of Sex. Oh my god, every single time he said something in this movie, I was cracking up. He actually killed it. The humor was dark, but also timed extremely well. There weren't jokes that I feel like will become out of date in a few years or months. Everything felt like it has a while to last, and that is always a good sign of a comedy. And this is what a lot of people are waiting for when they want comedies. They want stuff that can be dark, be silly, and of course not take itself too seriously. And this movie does not, but it still delivers something that is a little more impactful than your typical John Wick, nobody type film. So I heavily recommend Novocaine if you guys get a chance. It's a blast. I had a great time. So overall, I hope you guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm trying to drop these more positive reviews as I go. But anyway, guys, peace.